And a lot of people think that romance is love, and I don't think it is love.
I feel like that was a miss. It doesn't quite work in this case.
For me, romance is something that changes throughout time.
It's not in my DNA to not give it my all.
Is it good enough to get her passed into the top?
But the journey continues for one last person.
Previously, our artist faced a 12-hour marathon translating the brilliant energy of a $5,000 jewelry collection into stunning commissions that shook up the leaderboard. Now the composition gets personal with a special gift for my grandmother, as the artists face a new challenge to capture the ultimate romance on canvas. It's a critical turning point where 3 of our 6 artists will be sent home tonight on The Outstanding Artist.
We had a plan for the commission, but the commission is just not working out. And I thought about it, and I thought probably the best thing that we could do is have my grandma do the commission. My grandma has collected tons of art. That's actually how I got introduced to the Milan family. Was my grandma purchased art from Elli and John, and then a few years later, Dimitra and I got married. And so I thought, I'm going to buy a commission for my grandma and let her choose whatever she wants. So my thought is it would be really special if it's a commission about like the ultimate romance. Just because there's this, my grandma always asks Dimitra and I, you guys still in love? Or do you still like each other? It's just kind of a special thing, I think, for me to be able to buy that for her. So I'm gonna call her right now, or hopefully she can film on the days that we need her to film, because otherwise that would be an issue. So let's give her a call here. I call her Bubbi, so that is my grandma's name. My brother gave her the name Bubbi. Hey, Bubbi.
There you are.
Hey, so I wanted to see if you would like to be a guest judge.
I could do that.
So I thought it would be perfect to have you on, just given you were on season 1, and the challenge that I want to do is to have them paint the ultimate romance. And whatever their interpretation of that is. It's kind of a big deal because you will help determine who moves on to the finale.
Ooh, heavy, baby.
Yeah, you'd be judging based off of what painting you would want to live with the most. That's right. Your criteria, so.
Okay, gotcha. Perfect. Well, that sounds like fun.
Okay, cool. I'm super excited. I think it'll be a ton of fun.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Bubbi isn't only qualified because she's a romantic. She's also an artist and art collector. So yes, I want her as a judge because if I'm gonna buy a painting for anyone, it's gonna be for her. But I also trust her taste and judgment. She has a keen eye for beauty. She discovered the Milan's work years ago and then actually took the mastery program herself to see what she was capable of creating. Now she creates beautiful artwork inspired by our family and brings love and light into all of our lives. And she's still an avid art collector.
Okay, cool. So what she doesn't know is that after she shares which painting she would want to live with the most, I'm gonna let her know that I'm buying that painting for her. So it's gonna be really special. I can't wait. And it just feels like I'm so happy that I can do that for her just because of how much she's done for me in my whole life. So yeah, it's really cool. I can't wait.
And Ellis has a guaranteed spot in the finale, which is pretty freaking great.
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Okay, now we got a vacuum.
At its heart, great art is a reflection of how we see the world, and few ideas reveal that perspective more clearly than romance. It's a theme that no two people define in quite the same way. For some, it's found in passion and grand spectacle. For others, it lives in shared little moments, small acts of devotion, or even the simple feeling of being understood. As the artists begin their final challenge before the finale, each of them will have to draw from something deeply personal, their own experiences, perspectives, and beliefs about love. To succeed, they'll need more than just technical skill. They'll need to reveal something honest, trust their artistic voice, and answer a question with no single right answer. This is it. This challenge will determine which of these 6 artists make it to the finale and have a shot at winning the $25,000 cash prize and the title of Season 4's Outstanding Artist. Artists, are you ready to get started?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, your final challenge for the finale begins in 3, 2, 1, go. Romance appears in countless forms, from the soft and subtle to the bold and profound. The challenge for our artists isn't just to paint love, but to define what makes it ultimate. Their first 4-hour painting block has officially begun, and for these artists, the journey into the theme begins with their own personal definitions.
We were talking about this at lunch, and we were actually all arguing, and it was quite heated, but in a fun way, in a good sort of debate. And one person's idea of it was somebody else's complete, no, I don't think that. And somebody else's idea of romance is somebody else's idea of love. I think Rita was like, I think romance just disappears eventually after a certain length of time. And I was like, I cannot sign up to that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think you have to constantly work at the idea of romance and keep that alive as well. I don't think that disappears after a certain length of time if you don't allow it to. I think it does not have to be huge gestures. I think the little things can count. Again, I think it's just the energy you put into something.
I'm a big Disney girl. I'm still in that phase of, a prince will come and it's this sort of soulmate kind of thing. So that's, I think, what I would see as ultimate romance. It's hard because if it was love, if love was the key word, then you could definitely go that way. But it's the romance thing that I'm not sure if it can go that way. I don't know. Maybe I should paint what I want, what I hope for, maybe. Not sure about the whole romance, flowery pink thing. It's not me, but we'll see what I can come up with.
I think something romantic is elevated above the everyday. It's special, it's dreamy. What I immediately thought of was self-love and self-care. And so I immediately pictured a woman in a bubble bath. And that's what I'm going with it. So she's drinking a glass of white wine. She's got candles lit. There's a bouquet of roses that she bought for herself. And it's funny, and sorry to my husband, but to be able to accept somebody else's love, you have to love yourself first. I think that's one of the lessons that I've learned in living a longer life. I had to come to a point where the external didn't matter. I had to be happy in and of myself before I could ever love again, accept love again. I don't know, maybe my whole viewpoint is just very selfish, but that's where my mind immediately went.
A lot of people think that romance is love, and I don't think it is love. For me, ultimate romance is a start of love. It's chemistry, but I think with time, if you don't keep it alive, it kind of goes away. I don't think romance needs to be in relationship for 50 years. For me, what I love is the idea of romance, that two people are drawn to each other. You can't understand why, you can't stop it. So that moment of realizing of that chemistry, and you just can't stop it. When you said ultimate romance, I think of two people and embrace. For me, that is an ultimate romance.
For me, romance is something that changes throughout time. This year, I'll have been married 10 years. And it's changed, you know? And when I joined the mastery program, my husband took over all cooking and all cleaning. And to me, that's a romantic thing. And I've watched, you know, like my grandparents, how they took care of each other. And you watch as people age and they have to take care of the other, that there's a different kind of romance that happens there too. And it's a really deep thing. You know, you can say ultimate romance and you think of these romance novels and they're being whisked away, and that's fun, but that's temporary. And if you're saying ultimate romance, I think it's that kind that like lasts forever and like sees it through the seasons, whether it's that good or the bad. Like if you're buying them flowers or helping them get out of bed, I think that's where like true romance lives. At least that's my take I'm doing.
With the looming elimination after this challenge set to determine which 3 artists move on to the finale, the leaderboard has become impossible to ignore. Ella sits firmly at the top, and at this point is all but guaranteed a spot in the finale. If she wanted to, she could afford to play it safe here.
I would just like want to create my best piece. And if that's going to be the best piece I've made during this whole process, then that's it. Even if that one is going to be better than the finale piece, it's not in my DNA to not give it my all and make my best piece. There's no strategy to change that. That's not me. But I could say maybe spend a little bit more time already on creating the source for the finale piece instead of like really fine-tuning all the little details on this challenge. I still don't want to like end up in the bottom, because I do think that gets in your mind and that negative energy can play a part in how you feel going into the finale. So I just want to make a really good piece for the next challenge and make my ultimate masterpiece, like the best I've ever can in the finale. That would be amazing.
At the bottom of the standings, Lisa and Haley would need an extraordinary turnaround to climb into the top 3. Yet, despite the long odds, neither artist appears rattled. Both are staying grounded in their process and focused on creating their best work.
But see, the thing is though, and this might sound a bit weird, I'm genuinely cool with whatever happens. Like, I'm not looking at anything that I'm painting and going, oh no, this is a disaster. I'm not dreading, presenting it. I'm absolutely fine with some people are gonna like it, some people won't, some people will like it more than others. That's fine, that's art at the end of the day. But it's actually kind of nice just chilling in 5th, because I don't feel this crazy stress that the top 3 have. I'm kind of just chilling, being like, yeah, maybe it could happen. I'm still gonna paint my best painting. It doesn't change my approach to it, but I'm just not as stressed about it. And it's nice to be less stressed.
I thought about this even before this challenge of looking at the numbers and working things out, and I stopped myself because I didn't want sort of that in my head, and because there's only like so much I can do with my painting. If I do my best painting, it doesn't matter how anyone else, like I can't control the whole thing. So, I mean, if there's still a chance, I guess, I'll try my best. And it's like another opportunity to create like a painting that really shows my style.
For the artist caught in the middle of the leaderboard though, the tension is much harder to ignore, especially after seeing how the standings shifted following last episode's results. Nothing feels certain.
Stephanie and I flip-flopped, Ellis and Rita flip-flopped. I think it really showed it's anyone's game. The last episode really motivated me to like push further than what I had been doing and kind of take a risk. So now I need to keep that same momentum going, because the next one matters a lot. It's anyone at this point. I think it will be interesting to see what comes of this.
I don't know exactly what the scores are, but I feel like I'm still in the running. I'm a little torn because I would love to just get the chance to be in the finale and to paint the big painting, but I would also love for one of the other people to have that opportunity. I've had my career. I've had my success. I've done lots. Some people are more just starting out, and so it just would mean more, I think, for somebody else. I'm not gonna throw it. I mean, I'm giving if somebody gets it, they have to earn it. I'm giving it my all. I still plan on going full force with my art when this is over. It's not like I'm not trying to pursue a career in art.
Of all the artists, Rita seems to be carrying the most pressure. After falling from first place in the previous challenge, the possibility of missing the finale altogether has clearly shaken her confidence at the worst possible moment.
When we finished the challenge of the jewelry, I was so upset about my painting. I know the mistakes that I did, and it's just very upsetting. I think I panicked and I didn't follow my guts. That's why it's a bad day for me. I was talking to my husband and he's like, you've been placing second, third, whatever. You're fine. Why are you freaking out? I'm like, because I placed 5th on that challenge. I was like, I have to make a good painting next. Like, I really lost trust in that I can make good decisions. And it sounds silly because we all have bad paintings and it's like, it shouldn't matter, but in the competition it does, because I want to get to the finale. I'm very excited about the final challenge. Like, I feel like I'm working towards that to get to this point and get eliminated just before one last challenge. No, like, I'm not gonna forgive it myself, if that happens.
One bad challenge doesn't define an artist, but how they respond to it often does. With the pressure of elimination looming, Rita will need to learn to trust herself again if she wants to stay in the running for the finale. With today's painting time quickly running out, let's see how all the artists are feeling about their ultimate romance.
All right, Elli, tell me about your plan for this.
I don't really have much of a plan, to be honest. I'm just seeing where it takes me. I'm gonna have more fun with this one. I'm just sort of focusing on nice warm colors at the minute, so.
Good, just waiting to add greens.
No, I wish. No, I've been going through like a thing today of like, should I, cause I had like my figures like solid, but what's around them, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's good. Well, what are you hoping to get done by the end of the day? Just kind of no plan, just feeling it as much as you get done.
I might leave most of the background sort of open. I was gonna put like a sunrise here as well, so really nice warm. I think that's what I think about when I think of like romance and love, is really comforting.
Cool, love it. I'm excited to see, and hopefully my grandma loves it too.
Hopefully. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, tell me about your plan.
My plan is a castle on top of a hill with loads of abstract landscape stuff happening. So that's why I'm making a big, fun, bright mess just now. And all of my colors so that they're there, but then I'm gonna bring a lot of neutrals in and tone a lot of it down.
Very magical fairy tale vibes.
Yeah.
Is that the story of this one?
Aye.
Love is a fairy tale?
No. No, not that aspect of it as such. Just, I suppose, maybe when you were a wee girl, what did you think of when you thought of love and all the fairy tales and things like that? That's what I'm kind of painting. Yeah.
That's fun.
From that perspective.
Yeah.
So that's the plan so far.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll let you get back to it. All right, tell me about your plan.
So I finished my acrylics and I started into my oils. I always go into oils early, so I'm just establishing my darks. So this is always the like super ugly stage, but I'm excited because I feel like, I have to look at it later. I feel like my proportions are good, unless you have otherwise to say.
Proportions are good. The only thing I see is the eyelid, or it's tough
It's
to
tricky
say.
because this line right here is like, and some of the like acrylic lines.
Cool, I'm excited to see how you paint the bubbles.
Yes, I have a plan. I have a plan for them.
Good.
So-
What are you hoping to finish by the end of the day? Just the darks and...
Just have everything covered in a glaze layer that needs it.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, tell me about your plan.
I'm just working in sections because it's drying so fast.
Yeah.
And so like even in one section I have to constantly put new stuff on. So that's why like he's a little weird and he's gonna get fixed, but like it's just drying so quick.
Really? Is it Kozuka with oils?
No, this is I mixed Galkid with some of thinner.
Okay.
And I didn't use linseed because it wasn't drying with linseed, but now it's drying. But if I use linseed, it won't be dry on Monday. So I'm just working with it. Like this is how every subtraction piece has been for me here.
Are you annoyed that I'm interviewing you in the middle of your subtraction?
No, look.
Okay, I can move on. But,
Yeah.
What are you trying to get done by the end of the day?
I will do all the subtraction so that it has the one day to dry, and then I'll be able to paint on the next day.
Cool. Okay, tell me about your plan.
Well, I just finished the inks and the background, sketched out my subjects, and now I'm going to block it in with acrylics. And I'm doubting to maybe go really fast to oil this time. That's what I normally do back home. And since we have the day off, it will probably be dry next day.
Doubting, so you're wondering if you should do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't made up my plan fully. But the previous challenge, I went in acrylic till like 80% or something. But normally I will go with the flowers way earlier to oils.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you said you didn't even want to do the interview right now? Or you didn't want to show the painting, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
So what's going on?
It just doesn't feel right.
What about it?
First, I don't like usually to do what other people do. I didn't realize there were, like it is romance, but there are a lot of people doing couples, and I don't think this is gonna be my strong suit. I know I love landscapes, lately. And I didn't even start the couple, but I don't feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. All these hands, the little things, I don't know.
So what would you do instead?
I was working on this idea.
Let me see.
It's silhouette.
Oh, it's a silhouette of a couple. Oh, interesting.
I think it feels more like me because I have painted stuff like this before.
The source is really cool. Both are cool. I just think utilizing the white that you do with the landscape and you're using the negative space to create the form of the portraits is a really tasteful way of like incorporating your style with the challenge, personally.
Okay. So I'll probably give myself maybe an hour to make that source. I can't mess up again.
You got it.
Thanks.
After just one day of painting, the artists have already taken the ultimate romance in strikingly different directions. Whether through sweeping romantic imagery, intimate depictions of couples, or more personal reflections on self-love, each piece is already starting to take on a distinct identity. While most of the artists are settling into their interpretation of the theme, Rita is still searching for a version that feels true to her artistic voice. Sometimes working through these moments is part of the creative process, and I have a feeling she's not done figuring this piece out just yet. Later, Dimitra will stop by the studio to offer feedback and see how each piece is progressing with the foundations of each painting laid. Today will be where promising ideas begin to evolve into fully realized works of art. As the paintings continue to take shape, it's not hard to reflect on how far these artists have come, both on and off the canvas. From technical breakthroughs to personal ones, each competitor has come a long way from the artist who first walked into the studio at the start of the season.
I'm impressed. I did paintings every 3 days. I mean, I did production week, but those are this big and these were huge. We've created a lot of work in a really short amount of time, which is crazy. I think everyone's learned things and had little breakthroughs, and I think you're gonna be a different artist when you go home. And I think that's true of everyone. Even the people staying, they'll go home and be different artists. I create art because it brings me peace, it brings me joy, it makes me feel alive. And I wanna connect with collectors and I wanna continue improving, but also I think you have the best artwork you've had on this show yet, which is really impressive.
I do think I learned a lot about myself here as well. Not only about art and skills and stuff like that, but also personal side. I think a lot of things are more clear now. Why did things happen, or how do I look at things? Well, you get a challenge and you have your story, and why are you suddenly drawn to something? If you look up symbolism, then it's like, oh wow, this makes sense. It's not just a bird. There's a reason behind it that has learned me more about myself, and it's really interesting. That are things that I would never have done if I was not here.
I would do this forever. I've enjoyed every minute. I know that the others have said it's been super stressful, but I don't know. I love being able to paint with everyone, and I've wanted to do this for a long time. So to be here is still kind of crazy to me. And I've been really proud of myself as well for coping with all the stress and just sort of taking it really easy and still smiling. So.
I knew coming into this, you were not only going to have skills, but you have to have both emotional stamina and physical stamina. And I think I actually underestimated how trying it was going to be. When I've watched previous seasons, I've thought I know how to be sleep deprived. I've lived sleep deprived, but it's a different thing doing it under the wire and trying to produce and be on camera doing it. And when you've been sleep deprived for so long, the emotions are just right there under the surface. In previous episodes, everybody's crying. I haven't cried so much in my life. It just brings up stuff, and it's funny. It's been very humbling from that standpoint, but in the best way possible.
So I love painting every day. And I've been really surprised at the stamina of everybody showing up every day, day in, day out. This is when it really matters to be able to stand on your own as an artist. This is the game changer. This is the sort of higher level from just existing in your studio. Can you paint in a room full of artists who are very skilled in their own right and not panic about it, get your proportions right, all the things that you think could come easily to you? Every single person, every artist here has had a day where they've been oh man, and we've went home and we've had to sort of recalibrate and maybe come up with a different approach or a different game plan. And you hopefully come back in stronger and you keep that momentum going. It's the only way things really grow. It's the only way you grow. Whatever you want to get better at, this is the type of consistency that it takes to improve. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself for just not having any sort of moments of I can't do this, because I can. I did it.
Growth doesn't always come in the form of a stronger painting. Sometimes it comes from learning that confidence isn't about never experiencing self-doubt. It's about trusting yourself to navigate through it and keep moving forward. After a difficult setback in the previous challenge, Rita spent much of yesterday second-guessing herself. But today, it seems like she's beginning to rediscover that trust.
So I started drawing in the couple, and I was just I absolutely don't feel any connection with this. I was just sitting outside and rethinking my whole life and my decisions, and I needed to recenter myself and find myself again because that felt very weird. So I did that, and I had some sort of a daydream vision to do this frame, like the way the painting looks like. I just had it in my head, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna go for it. Again, I was like scared that it won't translate into something good because everybody did details and couples, and that is the biggest downfall for me. In my whole art career, every time I think they will love it, and I am like just left brain everything, nothing happens. The moment I just come as I am, and I'm like, well, here I am, I do amazing. So I have to be like, I believe in this idea, I'm just gonna go and do it. When you start kind of like, well, let's see what happens, you're kind of positive, then you hit the lowest low, and then coming out of it is the most rewarding thing ever. So it's a huge episode for me.
Rita may have turned a corner, but there's still plenty of work ahead. Dimitra is stopping by to offer feedback and see how each painting is progressing.
So the artists are halfway through this challenge. They have less than 24 hours until they are judged, and it's determined who will make it into the finale. It really could be anyone's game right now, except for Ellis. She's already in the top. So, Dimitra, you're here. You're gonna give them some feedback and some critique, help them make the best paintings possible. How do you feel about this challenge overall?
I'm so excited about this challenge. This is definitely my favorite challenge yet because of this topic and painting the ultimate romance. I think it's just, I can't wait to hear everyone's stories, and I really hope that they're digging deep and like being vulnerable in their paintings and really showing us what that means to them.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Thank you.
Well, I think it's looking great and definitely feels very romantic. I love how they're so close, and I think you can really feel the emotion already. I would watch out for the proportions of, the shoulder. I mean, I think the way you painted it seems better than the source, but maybe there's a little bit more neck here that should be seen, or you can just kind of fade this area.
Yeah, that was the plan. I was gonna kind of hide it behind something. What do you think of the color palette? Because I had a lot of orange.
Yeah, I think if you add neutrals and like this grayish blue and like a lot of cream colors, I think that will help the piece. I think if you just try to paint it exactly like the source.
You think?
Yeah, but I think adding those lanterns is also a good idea.
Yeah.
It seems like you're in a good place, just keep going.
Yeah.
Thank you. So why did you change the couple?
Well, the source of the first couple was not really good. And also, I think it was, in the end, an AI. I thought it was a good one.
I would just watch out for the edges all being the same.
Yeah.
I think if they were a bit more abstracted, like his shirt kind of fades, it's like a similar color to the background, that would look better.
The only thing I'm kind of doubting is if there's just too much of a corner fading. Well, initially I had him like going here, but I don't want to cover this because I really like that.
I think if you continue it here, like how it is, bringing it down this way, then it's almost like a vignette. Okay. I think if it were only that corner, then it would definitely not be a good idea. But if you have it continued and kind of framing around the piece, then that would work composition-wise.
Okay.
Well, I think this feels very romantic to me.
Oh, cool.
I love the glitter and the gold mica in there. I think that's very nice. Now, something I noticed right away is all that yellow in there. And I just feel like the source you created, this color story is a lot stronger in my opinion.
Okay, cool.
This is turning more into rainbow, and like the yellow, I just don't feel like it works. I think it'd be a lot better if you kept really stuck to this. Like this is a dominant like gray, purple, blue palette, but then having these kind of earthy reds and golds, just hints of it, that works. So I think you just kind of made it all the same level of brightness and...
Yeah, sure, sure.
I thought that would be too dark and I was trying to lighten it. But if you think that it actually works better, then yeah, I'm happy to. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Stephanie, is there any area that you're unsure about or?
So I'm trying to just make sure the color story is cohesive. And I sort of feel like I need to get everything in and then come back. And so I wanted to bring like the teals into the bubbles and not have it too purple and orange. I felt like the bubbles in the source are a little dark.
I think it's hard to say, like, if you make that brighter. I mean, it is definitely brighter than the source right now, but having it this moody, like, darker lighting definitely brings more attention to, like, the highlights in here, her face, and the candles.
Okay.
So if you create more of a vignette, then that would be more of the focal point instead of having it all highlighted.
Okay, so yeah, I like the idea of making it more like vignette and having the glow really concentrated. And I haven't even started on the, you know, I need to work on the actual candlelight when the background is wet and do that all at the same time.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I think that would look better.
Okay.
So when I was looking at this from afar, I really loved your subtraction method and like having those colors show through. I think having like some flowers that you bring out and then leaving some just maybe just down here, like leaving that the way it is, I think.
Yeah. So maybe if like these sections are, you know, the flowers right there refined.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think maybe parts of their skin and hair a little bit is feeling muddy to me, like a little bit dirty feeling, but maybe that's just part of your process, and like as it dries you'll add brighter colors in there. But I think having some of these peachy tones and like the highlights here, like more reds and pinks in their skin, I think would help. Yeah, it'll be cool to see this finished.
Me too. Yeah, I think so too. All right, thank you.
Yeah, good job. Is there anything on your piece that you're struggling with?
Not really, because it's still an acrylic and I was thinking to refine more. I guess I'm just curious what you think.
I really love it, and I love your composition, and I think this time your leaves and all this is really working. It's probably the best version of you trying that technique, I think.
Good. Good to know.
I love how you're letting some right here, like letting it spill out. Maybe do that a little bit more. And you're gonna add the birds, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was gonna ask you, do you think it's okay that the birds are more like illustrative? Because I didn't want to go.
I think so.
Realistic. I like how their wings are so long.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I think it really goes with the shapes you have. It will probably be stronger that way.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep. Well, looking around at all your pieces, I really feel this challenge. You each have stepped up, and like this to me feels like your best paintings yet. And I know you're not even done yet, so it's really exciting for me to see. I think everyone's in a good place, truly, and this challenge is the most important challenge because 3 of you won't be moving on. I really think you all have a chance, and these pieces are, it will be difficult in the end to judge them because they're all feeling very romantic to me. And like I said before, I think you each are like pouring your whole heart into this, and it shows. So good job.
Hearing Dimitra praise the work these artists are producing makes me even more curious to see which piece Bubbi will choose as her ultimate romance. Looking around the room, it's genuinely hard to predict where her decision will land. Honestly, at this stage, the winner might just come down to storytelling when the artists present their finished work to the judges. For Alexis and Stephanie, the presentations could make or break their final scores. Both artists are working with more nuanced interpretations of romance. Alexis through the ups and downs of life together, and Stephanie through the importance of self-love. But for those ideas to fully land with the judges, they'll need to be communicated with real clarity and intention.
I don't think anyone gets married thinking, well, we're gonna go through all of these hard things. You get married and you think, wow, I love this person and we're gonna make it happen. And sometimes it ends, and sometimes for one reason or another, you would deal with bad things, hard things. So how do you show endless time and through many seasons with a painting? I'm open to ideas if you have them. That's why I've been trying to figure it out. But I think the storytelling will be really important for this one, because you can paint something, but you need to make them feel something too. And I think that helps with the storytelling, with the title, with, you know, if you have a little placard on the wall, that's really important.
I have the most wonderful marriage. He does such lovely things for me. And so we do have romance, but my mind didn't immediately go to being wooed or going on dates. Again, just going with what my first response was. I totally believe the adage on the airlines, when the oxygen drops down, if you're a caretaker, use the oxygen on yourself first so that you can assist other people. I wanted to take care of myself and live a very fulfilling life in and of myself. And my way of doing it is, you know, I only sign up for things that I want to do. Anything that's not fun, I'm not going to do it. That's just the point where I am in my life.
While the artists focus on how best to tell their own stories to the judges, perhaps this journey has inspired you to think about your own creative path. It's worth remembering that every contestant competing here began as a student in the mastery program. And while their artistic voices are uniquely their own, they all started the same way, by deciding to take that first step. It's my hope that future seasons of this show feature someone who's watching right now. And maybe you've never even held a paintbrush before. So what advice would today's competitors give tomorrow's?
I was thinking about this beforehand. What would you tell other people who wanted to do the show? This show is not for the weak. When it's lights, camera, action, go, can you actually live up to your own expectations and paint the piece that you can imagine? It might look really sort of fun and brilliant, and it has been fun and brilliant, but the amount of hours and care and energy and blood, sweat, tears, everything, drama. There's been so much put into it, so much passion from everybody. Yeah, you have to have game face constantly. And I'm really, really proud of myself that I've managed to do that.
I mean, the show has been insane. For some people, it wasn't life-changing. For some people, it was. They just don't understand it yet. I know what's coming when the show comes out. I think it's an insane thing. It's like filming a documentary on Netflix of your life, almost, right? Obviously, we're not gonna get like 2 hours for ourselves to tell our stories and to show everything, but nobody would do that for us in our studios back home. So I'm like, this is totally worth it. It's been amazing.
I would say not to take it so seriously. I mean, you have to take it somewhat seriously, but just enjoy it. Be ready for anything, go with the flow. You know, don't get precious about anything, because I've had a lot of fun, and I think it's because I've had that mindset. So that's what I'd say. And I'd say do it, definitely.
With just 1 hour left before this 7-hour block finishes, the artists are officially hitting the final phase of the day. I'm heading back to the floor to see how everyone's holding up as the clock ticks down.
How are you feeling?
Well, the painting took so many forms and shapes and ideas, so I settled on this one. Seemed like the one that speaks the most to me. I tried to figure out a lot of other ideas. They just didn't work, and I didn't want to do it like halfway done, kind of what's going on. So yeah, I went with landscape and the birds.
Well, I definitely think this is a much better concept than the one that you were kind of struggling over. Mm-hmm. I like how you still use the negative space of the, you know, with the white. but it's like very dynamic and beautiful. Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll let you get to oils.
Okay.
Looks good.
Thank you.
How are you feeling about the painting?
It's getting there. It's just little piece by little piece. So I'm fine with it. I'm proud of it. I'm having fun.
That's good. Tell me about the critique earlier.
Yeah, I'm deciding what I want to do at the bottom because I don't think it's kind of like me to just leave it unfinished in a way. But
did she give you advice to leave it unfinished?
She said to leave this whole section just in the subtraction zone.
My opinion would be go with your own gut.
Yeah.
However, it could be cool if you did leave some of it unfinished. I just wouldn't leave it like the whole area.
Yeah. Well,
personally.
It's a big blob of crayon color purple, bright purple, so.
You got it.
Okay. Perfect.
It looks good.
Muchas gracias.
De nada. How are you doing, Stephanie?
Good. Yeah, I'm sort of sticking to my plan. I had sort of a time plan with how I'm working, and I liked my critique. It was helpful, and so my goal is, so I'm sort of going around the periphery, and then I'm working in, and once I get everything rendered, then it's going to be about, more highlights and just getting the light cohesive. That's like the biggest thing with this. Like, this wine glass isn't done, obviously, but yeah, overall it's fun. I'm having fun.
It's looking good.
It's a fun, it's a fun piece, and it's got a lot of meaning.
What are you hoping to get done by the end of the day? Hoping to finish, or do you have some you're leaving for tomorrow?
Have all of this rendered and this.
All right, I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, yeah. How are you planning on rendering the castle? Like, given that you're kind of making up parts of it.
Well, I'm kind of looking at that just now. I don't know. I'm just going to try and put in maybe some more brickwork and things like that, and more so just maybe on one side as opposed to the other. As this tails off here, maybe just kind of leave that go. She loved the glitter as well. Like, she loved and the texture of this stuff too, which Alexis gave me a couple of days ago, and she could see all the glitter in it. So she loved the vibe.
I would just do minimal extra detail now that I look at it again, because I like that this area is more detailed here in the front, and if you went too detailed there, it wouldn't make sense. So I don't know. That's upon second glance.
Right. You're getting cut off now. You're getting cut off now.
Okay. All right. How are you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, having fun. Slowly coming together. Need some work still, but we have time, so.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you'll get some of the darks back in. I'm sure you will. I like that these feel like a vignette, so I hope that you'll do this side as well.
Yeah.
It looks like you were about to, or maybe.
Yeah, in the beginning of the source, they were here. But I didn't want to cover up this area because I love this so much, so I moved them.
Yeah, I just hope with I know you definitely could get there, but I hope that I would like to see sharp edges with some of those, some crisp, it definitely can come and go.
Yeah.
So that there's more depth and focus, but maybe closer to them, there's some that have really sharp edges around it, and you can see through to what's behind it. That's
Good
just
point.
me.
Yeah.
So. All right.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
How are you feeling?
I feel I'm lost in the clouds, and it's every time I paint clouds, I regret painting clouds, and it brings me back to the apprenticeship, which was lovely. But apart from the cloud pieces we did, which we all found difficult, and I remind myself of this every time. So
What's the hardest part about painting clouds?
They seem so easy, but they're not. Like, they're 3D, they don't look 3D. There's a lot going on. And again, I'm sort of working around the collage that I really like, but I'm probably gonna have to kill it, so. What do you think?
Honestly, I feel like it's your best piece yet.
Do you think?
Yeah, I really like it. I feel like it has a really good feeling, you know? Like you look at it and it feels really good, but you know, it is a lot to paint.
Got a lot to do. Thank you, that was very helpful.
Cool.
As day 2 of painting wraps up, it's remarkable to see how many different forms the ultimate romance has taken. Knowing that one of these incredible pieces will soon find a home with my Bubbi fills me with so much excitement. I can't wait to see the look on her face when we tell her. But before any decisions can be made, the artists have one final hour tomorrow to bring their visions across the finish line.
After 2 days of painting nearly nonstop, this challenge is almost to a close. These artists have been working so hard creating these beautiful paintings depicting the ultimate romance, and in less than an hour, the judges will be here to determine who moves on to the finale of season 4 of The Outstanding Artist.
The final hour of painting has arrived. There's no more time to start over, no more opportunities to recover from a mistake. This final stretch will determine which 3 artists advance to the finale. Ellis has already secured her spot, while Lisa and Haley would need a remarkable turnaround to break into the top 3. That leaves Alexis, Rita, and Stephanie locked in a neck-and-neck battle for the remaining 2 spots, with margins tight enough that every point matters. After weeks of challenges, growth, and self-discovery, what do these artists now believe truly makes an outstanding artist?
What makes an outstanding artist, I think, this whole journey. If you're able to do this with all the roller coaster, the curveballs, if you're like able to keep standing. For me, I can only speak about me, but I had some low points. And I think the thing is like be resilient and get back up and get your act together and be there the next day or the next challenge, which is not easy and it was way harder than I expected. So if you can, well, overcome or like beat all these side things that are going on and you're still able to make it and you stay true to yourself, which I think is the most important thing, and you make it to the finale, then you can be the outstanding artist.
I've been able to watch 11 other artists for the last few weeks now, and I feel like they've been very consistent, very dedicated. They know their style, like even in challenges that weren't sort of fitted to them, they managed to get their style in there, and every painting you could tell it was them. But I think the qualities I find outstanding in people are the kind of like graciousness and kindness and things like that. So I think being just a lovely human is probably what I find outstanding.
You have to be adaptable. You have to run on little sleep. You have to be quick at coming up with ideas and making sources. Because most times it was like making a source the night before and we'd be up till 2 in the morning and then painting at 7, you know. There's a lot of skill that comes into play of choosing color stories, all the things you think about with artists. But I do think the character matters a lot. So like there's the skill and then there's the caliber of the person. And I think those two are very important pieces.
What do I think makes an outstanding artist? There's a lot of elements to it, I think. I think you have to have pieces that are absolutely just like gripping. And I also think that it matters hugely. How are you behind the scenes? You know, I said the last time meeting the guys from Demetrius, they were so lovely that it makes me want to buy more of their jewelry. So I think that the person behind the painting has to be a pretty outstanding person also. Because when you find out that backstory and you maybe see who they are a little bit, you want to be like, oh, that's cool. I think that goes massively with being an outstanding artist, how you present yourself, how you speak to people, how you treat people. I think it's the whole package.
As the final hour winds down, the challenge becomes less about what to add and more about knowing when to stop. One by one, the artists decide to put their brushes down, trusting that their paintings are saying what they need them to say. Only Haley continues to paint, making the most of every remaining minute.
Okay, the artists have 30 seconds left, and it's just Haley still painting. All the rest of the artists are done painting. Will it pay off for Haley, working down to the last second? We'll see. Could she perform an upset? 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. That is it. That is the final challenge before the finale. Now it's time to see what the judges think and determine who moves on into this final phase of season 4 of The Outstanding Artist.
With the challenge now concluded, only one round of judging stands between the artists and the finale. Before we begin the presentations, we want to give you a chance to experience a bit of this competition for yourself.
We created the Outstanding Artist 2-week challenge because we see a huge problem with artists everywhere. So many artists love watching other people create, but they struggle with actually doing the work themselves. And so we wanted to create this challenge to give you the opportunity to complete 5 real amazing creations in just 2 weeks. So over the next 14 days, you are going to be creating 5 real art projects in drawing, oil painting, and acrylics. You're going to start with the foundations, a contour drawing that's going to help you actually learn how to see like an artist. Then you're going to move into a fully rendered drawing of a horse's head in graphite. Then you'll learn how to use the intricacies of oils through creating a vibrant parrot. After that, you're going to take on probably my favorite challenge, the Monster Portrait Challenge. It's going to start out as a monster, but you're going to end up with something that's better than you've ever made. Then for your final challenge, you're going to go abstract. You'll get to watch Dimitra create an abstract and learn step by step how she approaches it, and then take on that freedom yourself. But here's the best part. You're not doing this alone. You're going to be taking this challenge with a bunch of other artists who are going through it at exactly the same time as you. And you'll get feedback on every single piece that you create in this challenge within 48 hours from one of our mastery program coaches. So you're gonna post your work in the dedicated cohort community feed, and you'll get to see what all the other artists who are taking this challenge with you are creating too. There's so many people out there with beautiful art that is stuck inside them. And we're tired of hearing people saying, someday I'll do this. This is your someday. Your challenge begins in 3, 2, 1, go.
Now the real test begins. It's time for the contestants to present their finished work and defend their vision to our judges, including my Bubbi, the ultimate inspiration behind it all. The stakes literally couldn't be higher because this is an elimination round, and half of our 6 remaining artists will soon be going home.
This painting is called See the Light. I wanted to create that sort of comforting home feeling that you feel when you fall in love with someone. I've got sort of 2 sides almost of the dark and the light, and this represents to me the world that opens up when you find that person. It's actually also based on a movie, which is my favorite movie, called Tangled. It's a Disney movie. And I've always associated that with my life. It's almost my life story up until this point. So this is kind of like the dream of my future, and I hope anyone else can relate to it too. In that movie, they talk about like having a new dream, and my dream in my life was firstly to, experience the world because I was locked up for so long. And now this is kind of my new dream as well. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of what it's about for me.
That's a beautiful story.
It is beautiful.
Have you fallen in love yet?
I want to say yes, but probably no.
Well, I love the idea of opening up the world, you know, her behind her, that light there. I love that because that is what romance evokes.
When I think of romance and paintings in a gallery, like every Valentine's Day, I normally throw something red right in the front window.
Yeah, I mean, it's very different colors for me. I purposely did not put green on my palette the whole time.
I have that written down to compliment you on doing that.
I knew I would be tempted if it was there.
My feedback on this is I think you did a lot of things really great. Your eye just definitely moves around. I love the idea. I love the sunset between them. This had the potential to look cheesy and campy, but I don't think it does at all. I think you did a great job mixing abstract and realism. I don't see any flaws in the anatomy or anything like that. I have two constructive criticisms. One is the clouds look a little stylized. I would like them to feel a little more representational. And then more neutrals. I wish the color between them was intense, but the colors outside of them was a little bit more neutral.
My idea in the beginning was to have the focus sort of this being really, really bright in between them, and then maybe this being a bit more sort of faded out, but I didn't quite get there with it.
Yeah, I feel like with your piece, you really feel the emotion, like probably yours out of everyone's really, I think, captures that romance.
For me, the romance is about finding your soulmate, where you can spend your life with, like sometimes together, sometimes separate. If you travel, for example, you let each other free and be fully yourself. And for me, a big part is in not wanting to change somebody else, but just let them be. And that's also why she is dressed up very dressed up in a beautiful dress, and he's more casual, because I think it's important that you can just be your own true self. And for me, a big thing is to stay true to yourself throughout the whole relationship and don't like merge more into what somebody else wants for you. This is the wisteria flowers, and they represent love and romance together, because I think romance and love are really merged together. And all the other flowers have also the symbolism. Flowers are used a lot of the times with romance, but I think also with celebrating all kinds of moments throughout life. Other moments where you have to say goodbye sometimes, it's still shared.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Very nice.
I like the white around them and underneath them. It kind of makes them stand out a little bit more prominent. Overall, just pleasing to look at.
Mm-hmm. It feels like there's abundance in love and romance, and life is more abundant when you have a partner than alone. And that comes across really well in your painting. And my one critique, his shirt should be a little bit looser, because he looks like he's just a tad deeper in. And if he blended a little bit more into where there was a light coming through him, where he was almost obscured a little bit, it would keep it from being too stylized. And I just, like, their faces are almost too defined for that far away. So I'm not calling it cartoony, but it's leaning that direction.
I have a question. To the left of her shoulder, where is that the start? Is that a sun kind of light source right there? Yeah.
The sunsets, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that should be.
I think it could have been more prominent, and just even if you didn't continue the horizon, just have that like clear, almost gilded gold.
I missed it.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
You have captured such a sweetness in this painting. I think you did a very nice job with that sweetness of love.
I like how the purple wisteria kind of frames or like vignettes the piece. I think you did that very well.
I think it's a good sign with a topic like this that we as judges can see different things, and because romance is so complex and it depends on the person. So I think you have enough elements in there to make it interesting to any client that might see it in a gallery.
This painting has a few meanings for me. Every time I think of romance, I think of a landscape that is like abundant fields with flowers. And I think I tried to remember like why, and there's this Russian song, it's very old, and every time I listen to it, it's like the most romantic song I've ever heard. The guy singing about falling in love with a woman, and he remembers the smell of flowers in the fields where they met. So when I met my husband, he asked me to come visit him in Korea. I was sitting on the plane all the time, and I was seeing sun setting in Russia and rising in Korea, like during the flight. So hence, that's why I painted the sun, and I kind of wanted it to be sunrise or sunset. I didn't try to show a certain time of day, and the bird basically symbolizes flying towards, a person that you feel that you need to be with.
Are they swallows or starlings or?
They're swallows.
Swallow, okay.
Yeah, but I wanted to explore a more stylized look of them, and their wings spreading like endlessly, meaning like it's kind of makes the idea even bigger.
More romantic.
Mm-hmm.
I really like how you chose the stylized birds over a realistic bird. I think that was a very good choice.
Thank you.
The one comment I wanted to make, right just visually when I walked in the door to see all of them, that now becomes like its own frame. So your whole idea, I think you're really onto something with this.
It does not need a frame, yeah.
My thoughts on it is super well done. I love it. Critique-wise, having that very stark white exterior, although it's stunning and nice, and I get it, and clean, what's happened when you choose a white subject matter like those flowers, to me, the flowers look a little bit dingy, the whites of the flowers. So as you move forward, you could just experiment on a slightly off-white exterior. I know you don't like that. Then your whites in your painting will really pop and they won't look dirty.
With the swallows flying in and together on that journey, that it's a take on, rather than having people.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Me too.
Removed aspect of romance.
Thank you.
One of the most important loves of all is to love yourself. And there was a time in my life when I was not happy. I felt like I'd sort of lost my identity. And I knew that I needed to take charge of my life. And I started doing things to become happy. It made such a tremendous difference in me, how I encountered the world. And I really felt like I would have never been in the place to give someone else romantic love or receive love without having that love for myself. And in fact, I shared it with my husband. I was a little nervous when I was going to tell him that I wasn't painting our romance because we have a beautiful romance. And he agrees, like that self-love and taking care of yourself is the utmost important. And maybe she is anticipating a date, but she is buying herself flowers. Not everybody gets to experience a true romance in their lives. We all have that relationship with ourselves, and our relationship with ourselves, it's our entire lifetime.
It's really great hearing the story. It is like a bold thing to do, but it seems like that's what you've been doing every episode too. So
I'm just totally taken by the beautiful painting. The light in the flowers is amazing. My one critique would be the towel feels a little like too close to the bubbles, and I maybe would have loved to see an actual bubble or two.
With the candle, the one on the left almost feels like it could have been on the other side on a table, because they're going into the water, it looks like, or placing those on the tub lip with candle wax dripping down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the beauty of your painting, the softness of it. You can see that she's really, with eyes closed, just working on that project. But the light bothers me a little bit, where there's the light on the left side and then the light on the bottom right side. And maybe it's because the shadow of her fingers, but for some reason it was bothering me. So it's a nitty picky thing. It's not a big deal at all, but I'm glad you did something different.
Every challenge, when I look at the easels, critique or not, I think you're taking big swings. You're taking risks that could be very beneficial or make you not get the scores you want, but you're very bold, so brave.
And true to yourself.
True to yourself.
When we found out what the challenge was, we went back and we were all sort of chatting amongst ourselves, and we were trying to we thought it would kind of be a simple answer, like, what is romance? What is it? And every single person had a completely different answer. And I just came away with this feeling of, right, okay, it's obviously a very nuanced topic, and it is actually quite abstract. But I thought, what would be slightly more so, possibly outside the box? And it's to capture the feeling that romance can evoke, or even maybe visiting a place that just gives you those feelings of, this is such a romantic place to be. So on one side, it could be this fantastical fantasy castle, and on the other end of the spectrum, it could be something as simple as a landscape and somewhere nice to visit that gives you that kind of romantic feeling. So that's my thought process in creating this piece.
What I get from your painting is that you need to somehow get a Disney contact.
Yeah.
There would be so many people wanting. And the colors are more fantastical. Mm-hmm. Definitely fairy tale.
Yeah.
Why did you paint a waterfall specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was not in the source.
Yeah, I know. You know by now I like to deviate a wee bit from the source too. But I thought sometimes waterfalls can be like portals, and I had that idea when I was painting it. And I wanted some sort of lead in and up, and that's what I went with in the end.
I really love how you did the castle. I love the light and how it's really lit up. I love how you did the waterfall, how the flowers sort of come in and out. I love all that. I think moving forward, consider really pushing the envelope, because the style that it's painted in with that sort of abstract, expressionist, impressionist feeling, it wouldn't look cartoony because it's so painterly. And I think that if you had pushed the envelope there, then I would know for sure this is a fairy tale. I almost want to see some like Cinderella birds.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think like the diagonal line that's at the waterfall at the top and goes down is too stylized. That should be broken up a bit more.
Yeah.
I think I agree with Ellie. If there were birds or butterflies, it's so close to being the poster, like if we're going back to the Disney example.
Mm-hmm. Even borderline surrealism with the addition of other little items in it.
I called this piece Still Growing. When we heard Ultimate Romance, I thought about how that doesn't really mean the beginning stages to me of any relationship, but to me, it's a much bigger thing that evolves over time, and it grows and it blooms that way. In this painting, what I wanted to do was start off with like little buds and smaller flowers that kind of represent the start of a relationship, where there's still curiosity, there's still the adventure, there's the little things, and you're starting to get to know each other. And as it goes up into the left and gets to bigger blooms, I'm using them to represent like that growth that happens in the people we become within relationships. There's all sorts of symbols hidden throughout there, kind of representing different things within the relationship. And I kept them young because I've noticed when I talk to people, they always remember their spouse the way they were when they met them. And I wanted them to be in this blissful moment where they don't even have to look at each other, They know that love exists, and that it's rooted, and that it's still growing. And that's the title I gave the piece, is Still Growing.
Great story.
You have a very distinct style. The flowers, I love. In previous challenges, you explained what that means. The composition of it, I almost wish that either the couples were lighter or the flowers were lighter to have a little bit more contrast. And then just little technical things in the shading of the face.
I love how you incorporated the architecture into it. I feel like that's very interesting and a nice juxtaposition. Almost makes me think of a wedding day, going to church. So it definitely has this very wholesome vibe to it. My advice to you in your artwork moving forward is to try to create more of a light source. I think your work lacks light source. It seems like it's not lit. Light sources give a life to your painting.
The love does come through, the romance. It reminds me of an engagement portrait.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys saw this piece in the middle stage, but you had such a vibrant, beautiful purple underpainting with the fluorescent showing. And I still wish you left like all that alone and like just had that, because I don't know, maybe going forward, you could try exploring like only choosing a few of those flowers to refine, because it was like so vibrant and
it would have that unique look.
It gave it more depth, in my opinion, rather than having it all painted.
It's impressive what all of you have done in such a short amount of time.
Totally.
With the final presentation now complete, the judges are left with 6 vastly different interpretations of what the ultimate romance can mean, each one shaped by the experiences, emotions, and artistic voice of its creator. But now comes the tough part. The judges have to deliberate and decide which artist best combine the technical skill with effective storytelling in deciding the final scores.
Once you made that comment about the white, now I see what you were talking about.
On Rita's?
On Rita's, yeah. On her flowers.
Yeah, and you know, Dimitra mentioned that the sun needed to be there and the light from it, that's kind of almost backlighting everything. I feel like that was a miss.
Yeah, right.
I just think it's a great painting, but for the ultimate romance, I don't know, this could almost go in a show of just landscapes and birds. It doesn't strike me as she swung that hard or took too big a risk.
And Ellis is also missed on the sunset or sunrise. Like, I didn't even know that that's what it was until you brought it up, Jock. I was even thinking like, they're walking into the unknown. That's what it felt like to me. It's like this misty unknown.
I think with Ellis, she definitely has her own style, and that's great. You want that as an artist. But with every challenge, it's almost like she's making the challenge fit her style rather than think outside of the box.
Yeah.
They all kind of have the same composition.
Looking at like when I came at the halfway point, I really told her you need those highlights, and I specifically said his shirt should melt into the background. He should be more abstracted. And so I'm just wishing like she
had listened to you.
Yeah, and like abstracted them.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, and that was exactly what I thought too. Yeah, and you know, Stephanie has consistently taken risks, which I really admire. But in this case, I don't know, is that something you really think of as the ultimate romance? Did her story make up for, you know, really what we're looking at?
Well, I disagree, because that story, and it's probably because it resonated with me personally, that story made that painting more attractive to me.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It changed my view because it was not one of my favorites at all. And after hearing what she said about it, it really got me thinking.
I would like her to change the color of the towel.
I'm so drawn to the candles and the lighting, but just them kind of floating, you know, under that lip. Where are they in the water?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
You know, it's little things like that.
I feel like on the last challenge, Alexis really knocked it out of the park. And I agree with you that the style or the lack of light source didn't bother us so much on the last one because it had that more like stone, like stoic Greek vibe to it. But in this one, the lack of a light source is really hard.
What I'll add to that is stylistically. The last challenge, she felt very stylized in her own way. Like I could see that on a poster in the 50s. Whereas this, she's kind of skirting that line in between two styles.
Yeah, I agree. It doesn't quite work in this case.
Lisa, when you talk about just romantic, impressionist style, it is very pleasing and has very obvious romantic emotions when you look at something like that. We all have our favorite movies growing up and ideals and castles and romance, so I think she captured that pretty well.
When she was telling the story, there's portions of it that I get why she did what she did, but the execution on, even for me, the composition, could have been better.
Again, with the topic of the ultimate romance, it almost felt like she was struggling to come up with.
Yeah, she didn't really believe what she was saying.
Oh.
She wasn't very vulnerable. She wasn't too vulnerable.
She hasn't been vulnerable this whole time. There's a wall between her and the collector.
I just love the feeling that Haley captured. Like, I really do think out of all the pieces, it has the romantic essence that she was the only one that really went for it all the way, where the others did like, I want to do something different. I don't want to do a typical romance, so.
I think Haley consistently has done better than the previous challenge.
Yeah.
She's every time I see it, it's the best one so far that she's done.
But is it good enough to get her passed into the top?
With deliberations complete, the judges' rankings reflect a balance between skill and expression. While unresolved issues did impact the scores, what really made a piece successful was its ability to invite the judges to connect with the artist's personal interpretation of romance. The highest rankings went to those who paired strong execution with authentic vulnerability. With the results in, it's time to discover which 3 artists will continue on to the finale.
I'm done.
I've made my decision and I'm not changing it.
My decision as well.
Yeah, I think I'm done too.
All right, let's find out who's going to the finale. Are you guys ready? Okay, before we get there, before we find out who the top 3 are who are moving on to the finale, my dearest Bubbi, you have the opportunity to tell which artist was your favorite painting and why.
This was thrilling to me. One of my favorite things to do is go to an art gallery. So being able to see something fresh off the easel, what you've created from your heart, was an absolute thrill. And I thank you for that. I know this is difficult because it's a competition. And I know you don't make it easy on these women. It's a tough, tough thing that you're participating in. So I salute you, both hands, salute you. I'm really impressed with what you came up with. Specifically, the art that captured my heart. One just smacked me because it was unique, like the person. It's definitely something that I would hang in my house. There were others. Your stories were so endearing to my heart that it swayed me. It changed my mind. However, can I say who my favorite one?
Yes.
Darling Rita.
Not gonna lie, I am happy. It was very cool. And I love you, Grandma. So I was really happy that she chose it.
Makes me want to cry. The way that you kept to your style, the way that you had the swallows flying into that romantic scene just blows me away. Can I have it?
Well, Bubbi, so what you don't know is I designed this whole episode so that you get to keep the painting that you chose.
No way! Oh.
So I'm buying the painting from Rita and it's yours.
Thank you.
You can have it. I'm so happy.
That is so amazing. Thank you.
It's yours. I thought, you know.
Woohoo! You're so sweet. I'm keeping you.
I thought, what better challenge to do the ultimate romance for my Bubbi, you know? Such a special part of my own romantic story. I'm just glad to be able to do that for you, so.
Do they all know that?
Yeah, they all knew it ahead of time. That's why I called you on the phone and I was like, hey, Bubbi, they want to know, you know?
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm excited
You're
to
so
see it in your
precious
house.
to me.
Thanks for being a part of this,
Do
Bubbi.
I leave now?
Yeah.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna go get my painting now.
With the commission for Bubbi decided, we can't put off the elimination any longer. Of the 6 artists still standing, only 3 will earn a place in the finale. And the other 3, their journey ends here. Okay, now I think it's time for you guys to find out who's moving on to the finale. So the person with the most points in the second half of the season, and the first person to move on to the finale is Rita Vicari. Congratulations.
Like, oh my gosh, it feels really good. I feel very light because I felt completely, like, I don't know how to explain it, very heavy on the Saturday. Obviously we're exhausted, you know, stuff like that. Today's like I'm a little balloon flying around. Just a little happy balloon.
Okay, and the second person to move on to the finale is Ellis. Congratulations, Ellis.
Thank you. I'm happy with the second place. Good for now. I have to be first in the next round. That's more important. I don't know if everything in my life has led up to this, but I do think all these little challenges led up to this. There's only one round that actually matters.
Okay. Each one of you really deserves this spot here, like every single one of you. And that's not to take anything away from the person who did earn the spot, but every single person here, you guys are all amazing artists, really. So thank you guys for being part of this special journey. But the journey continues for one last person. And that person is Stephanie. Congratulations, Stephanie.
In a way, I don't even know. I'm still processing. I think this was harder than the first elimination day. I was ready. I was like, I like super cleaned my palette, ready to. so, but I'm good. I'm happy.
Thank you guys so much. It's really been an honor to be your host this season and to get to see you guys throughout this amazing season. It's been the best one yet. Each one of you has really painted your hearts out, and you know, I think you guys all really showed who you are as artists, and that's what this is really all about.
Yeah, we did good. We did good.
Finalists, congratulations. You guys now have 3 days to show to the world the best painting that you can possibly make. And then you'll be presenting this in front of a live audience at the gallery, and we'll find out who will win $25,000 and the title of the Outstanding Artist of Season 4.
Well done. Well done. Bring it in. Thank you.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Next time on The Outstanding Artist, the grand finale has arrived. Our final 3 artists face their ultimate challenge, capturing what they would want their legacies to be.
I'm thinking, do I go for something so ambitious that is like, let's just surprise myself and everybody else? Or do I go for something very deep, like with a deep meaning for me?
With the pressure reaching its absolute peak, the paint hits the canvas one last time before moving to the prestigious Milan Art Gallery.
This was really tough. Definitely the most difficult time judging.
Who will deliver a true masterpiece to the judges and an awaiting audience?
I think all of these artists deserve to win in their own context.
And who will be crowned the ultimate champion?
It's truly difficult to choose what is the best painting.
Find out on the spectacular season finale of The Outstanding Artist.